All right, so today we are heading out to the countryside. We're going to check out what the big boys do. We're going to check out a very, very awesome place not too far from Colorado Springs. We're going to check out Ahavah Farm today. So today we're checking out Ahavah Farm out in Peyton, Colorado, about 20 minutes east of Colorado Springs. Let me tell you guys, I'm shooting this after we've already been there, but what you're about to see just blew me away. This takes gardening to another level as far as soil, as far as no fertilizer, no chemicals whatsoever. We're talking about a completely green farm that's run off of solar energy. These guys absolutely blew me away, and the product that they put out is like nothing I've ever tasted before. So I want to get you guys into this right away, and we're going to have our good friend Yosef tell you what it's all about. You guys been in business, it sounds like, since 2016, is that right? 15, okay.
Yep.
So you guys from Colorado, or did you move out
No,
here?
we moved out here from New Hampshire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we moved to Denver, and then we realized how much we hated the city.
That sounds familiar.
Denver was kind of fun. It was fun for like the first year, you show up, you're like, all right, it's an adventure, you got your house, the kids.
Right.
And then you go to all the museums, and then you go, man, the traffic here stinks.
Yeah. I lived in Denver for 12 years. I get it.
So we lived there for like 2 years. I think we lived there, and then we searched for a place that we could. We like Denver, it's kind of to visit.
Right.
I don't like living there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we wanted a place that we could like get away and raise the kids and a little bit more freedom.
Yeah.
And grow our own food.
Yeah.
That was the most important thing. We didn't want to farm. I was an engineer. I wasn't farming. What the heck is that? I worked on a farm when I was like 12, but
What type of farm did you work on when you were 12?
Similar actually, but I didn't know there was going to be a connection when I was a kid.
I was the same way.
Picking
I grew up.
strawberries and picking beans and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you moved out here with the idea of maybe a little bit of homesteading going on.
That's it.
And then it branched out into, hey, my food I think could probably feed
Actually,
some
no.
others.
So I'm a go-getter, and I'll learn the hard lessons like along the way. It's like I won't do the planning, and so I was like, let's go for it, So we moved here, and this first greenhouse right here, it was half the size. So we actually built that greenhouse like within a month, right?
Wow.
It was half the size, and then we had this 1/4 acre garden that we were tilling and getting ready, and we had Dawn's garden shop. This is just for us. This is just for our family, and I didn't know what I was doing. All that, silly. So Dawn's garden shop came out and dropped some compost, and he's like, "What are you doing? You starting a farm?" And I said, "What are you kidding me?" Because I had no idea that you could market garden. I didn't even know what market gardening was. I didn't know anything about a farmer's market. I knew nothing. I knew all about organics, and we were plant-based, and one of the reasons why we wanted to move here is we buy our own, grow our own food and make it as pure as possible. And so that was our mission. That's all we cared about. And then Don's like, no, you could feed 40 families off of this. I'm like, what are you, nuts? Come on. So I think he told me about a book or whatever. I picked up a book. I picked up JM48. You know JM48?
Yeah.
Jean Martin. he picked up his book, The Market Gardener, and
I'll be darned.
it kind of like blew my mind a little bit, you know. And you've read it probably. Yeah. It blew my mind, you know, and I was like, this is nuts. You can actually do that. My wife said, we should start a CSA. Okay, you know. So we started a 10-member CSA, but we ended up, that was all friends and family, and then 2 people signed on that we didn't know, and we're like, okay, you know, we're like scared, and we're like totally like, mom. We had no idea. That winter, I actually, before we decided, I read 18 books on farming.
Wow.
18 that one winter. You know, I got all highlighting and notes, and I went nuts. And so we went for it. We started our farm, and we started a 12-member CSA, and then my wife said, what if we go to the farmer's market also? I don't think we're going to produce that much honey. But I remember going to the farmer's market, so we did, and I remember saying to Ahavah, if we make $100, like, that'll pay for the whole season. I mean, I was an engineer, I didn't really, you know, this was a hobby, and this was fun, and just, you know, we were exploring. And I made $188 that first.
Nice.
That first one, and we were like,
Wow,
that's really cool. I remember calling my dad. We were driving home on 24, and you wouldn't believe my dad's in Florida, you know. And I said, we made 100. It was actually $183. I said 188. It's 183.
Okay.
I was like, Dad, we made $183. He's like, you can do that? I guess so.
See, and I remember you guys had those really nice heirloom tomatoes. That,
Oh,
that
yeah,
we down
gorgeous.
In, downtown Colorado Springs. You'd be in the
Ivy
Pioneer Museum. Yeah.
Or Pioneer Museum.
Pioneer Museum. You guys would have just this huge spread of all this organic food, and then you see these heirloom tomatoes that you can't find in a store or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to be able to get a hold of it. And people just went nuts over those.
Well, we have a line, you know. It's definitely been a very surreal experience, you know. I think a lot of it had to do with timing and opportunity, you know, to be fair and honest. Benatucci Farm kind of closed down right like the second
Oh,
year, third year into
yeah,
this,
forgot
you know.
about that.
Grant Farms also closed down, and then all the farms there's no farms around here. It's very hard. It's very hard to grow around here.
That was actually going to lead me into my next question.
Yeah,
What's some of the challenges that you guys have faced? I remember vividly when the bomb cyclone hit you guys.
Yeah.
And
You want to talk and walk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That works.
I can remember tuning in and seeing you out in a snowstorm trying to
The bomb
salvage
cyclone. Oh my gosh, that was
everything
terrible.
that was going on.
That was terrible.
And I mean,
It was nuts. So we had 2 greenhouses here, and they're gone.
yeah.
And then we had another greenhouse here, and that's gone. Wow. That one got destroyed, but we rebuilt it. And so we built a shade structure over here, which we're actually really glad we did, which it works out awesome in the summertime. Because, you know, the heat, the intensity of the sun is really, really bad here.
Yes.
And so, you know, it'll block out some of that, and it also holds some of the moisture. And it also blocks out a lot of bugs and stuff, but the hail, boy. Oh, I'm glad we did that. So that worked out really well. But yeah, there were 2 greenhouses there, and there was one here, and we lost 6 of them. Yeah.
A couple days ago, you guys had one where you kind of got blown in half.
Yeah, that was actually yesterday.
Aw.
Or last week, yeah. But that one will probably get.
I wish you
great.
guys could smell this.
Yeah, you can tell you've got quality soil in here.
It smells
We've worked
so
really hard in
earthy.
the soil. This is
Wow.
Peyton dirt, and Peyton dirt is just dirt. It's that stuff right there, you know.
Oh,
It's the hardest stuff to work with.
Yeah. So we've come so far with our soil. We've got, you dig anywhere in here, you're gonna find worms and
Good.
nematodes and just all types of arthropods and things like that. So there's a lot of life in here. And
all those good microscopics.
the carbon is rich, and our nutrients are very, very deep now. So it's been a while. We've worked really hard on it. Every bed turnover is good. We plant these beds like 4, 5, 6, 7 times a year.
Wow.
So so every time we turn over, so we never till, right? We
Yeah,
don't till.
no tilling. Gotcha.
So what we do is we'll literally just get down there and pull out all the weeds, and then we aerate it with a fork. So we'll just open it up, but we don't like turn it.
Right.
You know, we don't turn that soil. We just open it up, get some oxygen down there, and then we add compost
perfect. Yeah.
And we do that every single time. So you can imagine the amount of money that it costs to build these beds. But I mean,
it makes high quality everything though.
The soil's amazing, and it's just
look
been worked on, for so many years.
You can always
smell
when it's
nice
good
and
stuff.
sweet. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, and you could take a rebar, and you can just all the way down.
Wow.
And you can't do. I mean, it's just that. If you look at that,
Because it just compacts down, right?
And when you look at the soil normally that's out in this area, it is hard. It is compacted.
that is like
it
dark
is
brown,
lifeless.
beautiful.
Yeah, well, look right here, right next to it. Here you go. I mean, it's dead. There's nothing to it. Although this has been covered, so but it's just
It's gritty.
Yeah, it's pretty. You can see all of it over here. But anyway, we worked really hard on it. Here's a nice looking greenhouse. This house looks really pretty right now.
Ooh, look at the lettuce.
Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah. So over here we got pak choy, arugula, celeriac, red Russian kale, tatsoi, and lettuce. So that's a real nice mix of different kinds of greens in here.
This is a type of lettuce, the tatsoi?
Or green.
Or green?
Yeah.
And what type?
Green.
And what is this, right?
Celeriac.
Celery.
So it's like, it's celery, but it's grown for the root.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's celery
How
root.
thick that is.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
So during the summertime, we harvest and we give the celery bunching. And then
Wow.
he's turning over a bed right now. You can see what he's doing.
Oh yeah, look at that aerator.
You grab that other one too, sweetheart. Oh, you put everything away?
Put it in another bed.
Oh, okay. That was our potato patch. It's really ugly. I mean, you guys came out here.
Well, but
No,
this is fall. Yeah, we know.
With everything else that you're growing here, you got the solar panel. You are a clean farm.
Yeah, we don't use any chemicals. We don't use any tractors. We use 100% solar energy. We use drip tape. We use special wobblers. We monitor all of our water intake. When I say we don't use any chemicals, I mean we literally don't even use fertilizer.
Wow.
So
you go. I mean, it's beyond organic at
way
this point.
Beyond.
It is like the most nutrient dense, back to eating food that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, we allow the nature to feed our plants. We use biology. So what we'll do is we'll actually we'll make teas out of our mulches. We'll make teas out of our even like lamb's quarters or things like that out of our weeds. We'll also we'll ferment vegetables, and we'll use biodynamic preps, things like that. But we don't use any chemicals or anything. If we can't grow it here and raise it here and create it here, we won't use it. So there is room to buy inputs, and we will if it's something that we can make ourselves. So for instance, there's a company called Proactive Agriculture, and they ferment vegetables, and they make a concoction that's just basically fermented vegetables and stuff, and some molasses, and they'll send that to me. It's easier, or they'll go through the process of making the humic acid for me. I can make that here. I make it here. We do it, but they're gonna make it for me. So sometimes doing that stuff is good. So we will buy some inputs like that occasionally, but essentially, if we can't grow it or make it here, it's not going to go on our crops, And then the other thing too is about 94% of all of our crops are heirloom variety.
Wow, that is huge.
Yep. That's what our newly turned over bed looks like.
Oh yeah.
So these are no-till beds. So these this one had spinach in it, and this one had carrots in it. And so he literally just went through. You see how clean it is.
Yeah.
He picks it all out and gives all the weeds to chickens. And gives all the extras to chickens, and then just cleans it up and rakes it up nice, and away we go.
And again, this is November. In Colorado.
It's cold.
This is what he's growing in November.
And you really see the
this
whole
is the ugly
cycle.
house. Oh, wait till we go over to the other side. We got a lot more to see. This is nothing.
And I assume you use your chicken compost back on the farm too.
Yeah,
so it's
and
a whole cycle.
manure, all of that. Yep, absolutely. So the only thing that we actually, this is all chicken manure right here. So this is chicken. So the only two things.
I know it well.
Actually, there's three things that he puts on the bed, and one of them is compost. Then the next one is chicken manure, Just that's all it is. It's 100% composted chicken manure. And then this right here, all this is gypsum. Now this gypsum we get from a company called EcoGem, and they're the most sustainable source of gypsum you could find, and they're here in Colorado. And they actually mine in Utah, but they, you know, it's really the only nutrient that you cannot replace. You have to bring it in.
Wow.
You know, you have to. It's calcium.
And I can
I learned my new
recognize.
thing.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be gypsum, but that's what we use. It can be a different form of calcium. But yeah, calcium, you know, when you think of permaculture, because we think of ourselves in a permaculture way, even though we do annual vegetables. You know, we're not permaculture, obviously, but we try to be in all of our systems as much as possible, and we really want to go more and more and more to a permanent agriculture system.
Sure.
And do perennials and things, and really reduce our annual crops. But anyway, so when you think of perennials, they're like apple trees and blueberry bushes and things like that, right? And so you're picking the crops. They're there all year. You're not removing the vegetables. You're not removing that actual crop. Sure. Every year, and with annual agriculture you are, and so it's the replacement agriculture kind of a system, you know, where when you in a permaculture system, the crops stay there, right, and the annual vegetables are on the bottom, and then the ladder of crops, if you will, and the ones on the bottom, they get eaten, they get pooped back out, they get rotted, they just stay there. It's not like you have a farmer coming and picking them all. Sure. And so all of that nutrients goes right back into the soil and feeds all the other plants, and that's how the whole system kind of works.
It's a big cycle.
It's a big cycle. So whenever you pull out a carrot here, because we're annual agriculture, well, you're pulling all that nutrients just got sucked from the soil. You take it, you eat it, you know, and then what do we do with all the nutrients? You have to put it back in. That's the one thing I never really understood when I first started this, you know, because I wanted to be perfectly circular, you know, and you know, one big cycle of permaculture, and you know, be able to have a closed loop system. And really, boy, it's not really possible with annual agriculture.
Yeah.
You know, so you really have to bring in the calcium.
Yeah.
This is where we started. You know, when we first started. This is the original right here. Ooh, it's gonna go in a museum one day, I'm telling you. As long as it doesn't fall apart. But this is the original wash table.
Wow.
And we started. We didn't have the cement here. We had this table this way, and Josh and I would sit here underneath the table, and rain, wind, cold, it didn't matter, and we would wash vegetables under here. It was really something. But then we ended up, it was like a big upgrade to get this concrete here, you know. And now we moved in. You know, we're inside now. We got a big washroom. So I'll show you that in a minute. But we love this. We got this last year. This is
Walk in.
yeah, this
Nice.
is a homesteader's dream right here.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet long. It's 12 feet wide and 8 feet tall. Oh man. Yeah, and it's just a big, huge box. It keeps it at like all we use is just an air conditioner with a cool bot, which you're familiar with, I'm sure. And it keeps it at like 38 degrees or so.
Awesome.
And then yeah, it's pretty neat. We got the little vent thing. We got a vent here with a charcoal filter, and a vent on the other side with a charcoal filter, so it holds and, you know, constantly recycles and keeps the humidity down and everything like that. So
wow.
It's been awesome. So the earth does the job for us.
Do you find yourself going down there a lot in July?
Taking breaks, yeah. Yeah, so it's cool. And it also helps to have a resident blacksmith. You know my son. My son, not sure.
Oh, is he a blacksmith?
He's 14 now. When he was 11, he was the youngest certified blacksmith.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, in U.S. history.
Look at that. Yeah, I can see those welds. Those are good welds.
Yeah. So he does all of our stuff for us. He
Perfect.
makes everything 14.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So he built this door. Yeah, he kind of does everything around the farm.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of cool. So this is our washroom right here. It is a disaster. You might want to crop this out.
No problem. That's his life.
But you know, we got the tube spinners. I'm sure you're familiar with those. And we fill up these, and we use the up and down fans and all that stuff. This is Tess. This is Josh.
Hi there.
Josh is our boss.
Josh is the man,
And Tess is the best.
and Tess is the best.
Those are some gorgeous
Oh, that's right,
carrots.
we don't shoot.
No, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
okay. So we could have our mask on. And Shane is our production manager. So Shane does all the CSA and the harvest and stuff like that.
And I'm looking at some of those carrot tops that are actually out there. You're feeding the chickens with those. Which goes right to manure, which goes right back into the ground.
Show them those beautiful carrots. Aren't those gorgeous?
Oh my
those
goodness.
This,
Oh, yeah.
this has to get upgraded. This is probably going to get upgraded next year. But it's been really great for us.
Wow. Excellent. Look at these beautiful microgreens. Wow.
And these aren't. Wait till you get to the other room. And Israel.
How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Hard at work, loving it. You guys are awesome.
So this is our main nursery right here, which because it's winter time, it's not being used. We don't have that many crops being grown in the nursery.
Mm-hmm.
So what we'll do is in the springtime, all of this will be covered, and then we'll put tables all in, and this will be the nursery.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is for our new nursery business. We're gonna be able to fit quite a few 100,000 plants.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be fun. So here's oh boy. Ooh, look at that beautiful radish.
Oh. Okay, I'm having garden envy right now. Mine are normally just the little pea-sized guys. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we got some fennel. Gorgeous, something young fennel. Fennel and carrots, some radishes. These are newly seeded turnips. And then those are radishes as well. And then you see all these bins, we're just trying to be as creative as we can, using as much space as we can. And then over here we have all the drying herbs, which again, in the summertime, this place is
I saw
really
how many in
rocking,
the dried herbs there.
We'll have events. We've had events where we had 500 people. Over the left there, we got some tapjoy, and then we got 2 beds of spinach, and then we have 3 beds of mosh. Gorgeous, huh?
Very, very lush.
Amazing job. I don't do anything anymore. I just sit back and watch them.
You just watch the magic happen, huh?
Yeah. There's the beets. I'm not sure what we got here. I think it's a newly transplanted. What did we plant here? I don't even know. Some radishes, some more fennel, and more celeriac. Those beets are huge too. They're like.
I am so curious about that celeriac now.
Oh, and in the back there, it looks like in the back there, I've got some arugula.
Oh.
Oh, so you ever heard of the tilter?
Yes.
So we've got 2 of them on the farm, and they're one of the best tools that we have. You see, he's not actually tilling. He's just getting literally an inch down into the soil, just to mixing. He's mixing in the calcium and the chicken manure, and just giving himself a nice little bed. And then he's gonna rake it, and then he's gonna roll it with but no tilling. No tilling. We got some radishes, lettuce, beets, scallions, and some beautiful. Oh my gosh, you gotta see these turnips. You gotta try these turnips, actually.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow.
Oh, you've gotta try this. This is, have you ever had a hacker eye turnip?
No.
Oh my gosh. Now, if you would have said that a turnip would be the #1 most requested item on the farm, you would be nuts. There's no way. Oh, but you're about to learn something completely.
Challenge accepted.
There you are. There you go. Clean it up a little bit and bite right into it.
Wow. I'm amazed by the size of these.
Okay, Jeremy, you gotta try that.
All right, let's check this out.
That's a nice.
Called hacker eye turnips. They're
Oh my
sweet,
gosh.
huh? Isn't that amazing?
Again, no
Like an ice cream
fertilizer, no pesticides.
Yep.
Just extremely rich soil.
Manure, compost, air, carbon, biology, bacteria. That's it.
Oh man, I wish you guys could taste this. This is unbelievable.
We've got some salad mix.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Deep reds, huh?
Yes.
That's Claytonia. That'll be saved for the winter. And then we've got obviously a really nice bed of leeks there. Gorgeous lettuce in the back there. That lettuce is like, we really need to harvest it.
Is it just me, or does the salad look a little greener than what you might find in the store? A lot greener.
This is a beautiful house. This is got some scallions and radishes, a bunch of kale, Swiss chard, and lettuce.
Wow. So thick.
I feel like I live and work at the botanical gardens, you know? the edible botanical gardens.
Oh,
This is my favorite one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You know, and what's really neat is that you notice that you didn't see any peppers, you didn't see any tomatoes, you didn't see any cucumbers or any of the summer crops. You know, it's only the winter. So in the summertime, there's obviously a lot more variety, a lot more going on, and a lot more to see, really.
there's a season for
when you see the
everything.
tomato. Well, actually, I mean, the CSA is so neat because they're able to try things that they've never tried. Like, you just tried that turnip.
Yeah.
You're like, you said right before that, you said, I've never met a turnip that I have liked. And then you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I like this turnip. You know? How is that possible?
Dang it.
It happens every day. Every time I do a tour or whatever, if you're like, I don't like spinach. I'm like, well, here you go, try this. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? You know? Or I don't like kale, and they try it, and they're like, come on.
It's veggies the way that they were supposed to be grown.
That's right. That's right. They're supposed to taste good. Oh, I love working with kids. I love working with kids. It's such a blessing. What a blessing. Yeah. I'm so blessed that I'm able to work with my children.
Yeah.
You know, we go out there. Yeah, we harvest tomatoes or whatever, and we do it all together. And we talk, and we laugh, and we learn, and great. It's definitely fun. Honestly, it's really become more about the employees and the team and the community. And now it's at the point where I actually just, I don't know, I really can see the impact that we're making, you know?
Absolutely.
And, yeah, it's really cool. It's really way bigger than we are, you know, where you witness relationships being born because of us. You know, not really, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, like health choices are changed. There's so many
but
different
people
things.
people are coming together, like CSA members that never knew each other, you know, and they become, really good friends, and we've built this.
It's a
not me,
family.
but everybody's kind of contributed to building this amazing community. It's just been like really, really, really neat. A community farm.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, we're definitely sold on this, and we are awesome, huge fans now. How do people get a hold of this in their house? Because this is too good to be just kept here, guys. This has got to be on your plate. Trust me.
You can go to our website, www.ahavahfarm.com, which is AHAVAHFARM. Farm.com, and then we have a CSA. We're 100% CSA. You know, so
awesome.
You just sign up, become a member. We've got lots of payment plans. We do, what we really care about is like the SNAP and the donations and things like that. So SNAP members get double. They get double.
That's great.
I mean, people who aren't even interested in vegetables, you're getting the best, like literally the best produce you can get.
Yeah. That's an understatement.
For the price of Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart cheap stuff.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's an absolute no-brainer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of fun. We do all the classes and we do all the events and stuff. Next year, hopefully, we'll have all the events back. God willing, if the virus goes away.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Joseph, thank you so much. This has been just, life-changing for me.
Cool.
I absolutely am a huge fan of what they do here, what they stand for, where they've been, where they're going. Check them out, folks. I cannot say enough good things about these people. Check them out.